Well, Sarge and I would like to welcome you to another edition of Conversational Shaving. Isn't that right, Sarge?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, hello there. How are you? I've already prepped my face with Village Barber shaving oil. Excuse me. My razor today is going to be this Gillette Slim Twist. And in there on its first use is going to be a shark blade. About 3 days worth of growth here. And let's see, my cream today is going to be the Lee since 1823 Lee shaving cream. I've had the soap in a couple of different forms, but I've never used the cream before. This is new to me. So there's that. Let me see, I've already lathered, let me set this over here where it doesn't fall. I had it kind of precariously balanced over there, that tube. I've already lathered in the Stirling collapsible shaving bowl using my synthetic conversational shaving brush from Frank Shaving. And so I'll go ahead and try to get a lather going here. Hope you're all doing well out there this week. Been a crazy weekend for me so far. Hope your week's been good. Hope your weekend is good. But my Facebook got hacked because I trusted someone. Yeah, maybe their account got hacked too. I trusted someone that I thought I could ordinarily trust, but I decided to start all over on Facebook. So if I send you a friend request and you think you're already my friend, well, you're probably not right now because, yeah. And somebody changed the name of my other channel slightly. Changed my first name. And I don't know why they did that. Might have been somebody just screwing around. Maybe some kid that wanted some about they can get passwords for, that work on Google or something that let them game online or something for free or something, blah blah blah. I don't understand all of it, but I'll go ahead and with the razor and get started for the first pass, which will be with the grain. Here we go. I spent a lot of the afternoon, it's Saturday evening already as I do this shave here in the States where I am. And, let's see. I was kind of just staring at my garden, and then I came in. I asked Google if birdseed can be planted and will it grow into plants, and the answer is yes. Apparently it's only seed for human consumption, like sunflower seeds or whatever, that are roasted or whatever, but apparently bird seed, what falls out of the seed tray or whatever, will grow. So what I thought were some weeds, some of which I've been plucking, are actually sunflowers evidently. So I'm going to leave the rest of those there by the seed tray for the birds. And of course the squirrels get into that seed tray too. Excuse me. And a lot of sunflower seeds fell there, so I actually planted some sunflower seeds. And I'd already planted some big sunflower seeds that somebody gave me in little packets. So hopefully this year we'll have some kind of sunflowers in or around my flower beds. In or around my garden, as I call it. For a couple of little flower beds, I'm amazed at how long I can putter around in them. There's a lot to be done. There's still quite a bit of weeding I could do. And anyway, good shape so far. Of course, I've got a lot of, what for me is a lot of stubble. You can't always see the stubble on my face, but it's there. You might hear the audio feedback. I was feeling so down earlier, I almost didn't do a shave. Well, at least I almost didn't do a recorded shave, a video. I had never heard the term video until the 1980s, although apparently the word video goes way back. And in the 1950s, there was a Captain Video who was he was a guy on a children's TV show here in the United States, I think it was, and possibly in other parts of the world. And then one of the cities I used to live in for a while, had a chain of video rental stores called Captain Video, which I think may have preceded Blockbuster or Hollywood Video. Here we go across the grain. There's not a real big city, but kind of a well-known smaller city that I had heard of, maybe, I don't know, maybe when I was in high school or junior high, or I might have heard of it even sooner or seen it on a map. Albert Lee, Minnesota, which I believe is like Albert's Meadow or something. That sounds like a British name. Or of course Albert might be the surname, the last name, instead of the first name of whoever's meadow was originally there. So it was interesting to find out years later that the word Lee is another word for a meadow. Just a little trivia there. Doesn't cost any of us anything extra. Nothing we have to pay. Let's see, there was something else. Oh yeah, my peonies. Well, they're not really my peonies. They were established before I ever got here. But the peonies out back by my flower beds seem to just now be possibly ready to bloom, whereas the peonies, of which there are much more in the front of my building, bloomed about a week ago, and then some hard rains we had kind of knocked half of those out. What's left of them, they're really sagging, and there's petals all over the place. Excuse me. Okay. I find that there's just enough aggression on this razor that it's good for me after 3 days of not having shaved. I was going to do this, well, I was going to shave yesterday originally, and then put this, post this video tonight or early tomorrow morning, but I was just feeling tired, and then at some point my internet got hacked. Not my internet, thank God, but my Facebook. So far, that's all that's been hacked that I know of. If I ostensibly hadn't gotten the message from someone who I knew before I was ever on Facebook, before there was a Facebook, someone I've known that long, well, I think I would have been more careful and less trusting. Also, if you have a shave group out there you'd like to invite me to, even if I was already a member of it before, you might want to go ahead and send me an invite or invites to whatever shaving groups, because yeah, I'm no longer, because I had to change accounts and because somebody screwed up my old account. I even checked my old account, what I could see of it. Of course, a lot of things maybe were not visible on there to the casual person that might be looking me up, but I didn't, well, they may have even removed, no, I don't think they necessarily did remove my old account from those groups. So if you have a Mark Frazier with the same, at least as of now, the same profile photo, which is not of me, it's of a statue, what's the word? A stylized statue. It's supposed to be a stylized statue of an Indian, a Native American chief. You may not be able to tell that from looking at it. With a background picture of the Ukrainian flag. If you see that, kick that person out of your groups, because whoever they are, I don't think they are interested in wet shaving. It's probably some kid that wants to be able to game for free with somebody else's password, and I'm not sure how all that works, but I even changed my phone number. Here we go against the grain. I'll start on the neck this time. Still, I'm going to have to edit this video. Hopefully not too much editing to do, but still debating over a couple of the minor points, some of the minutiae, like whether to leave the rinsing in or not. It's just a cream, and it's a fairly wide gap on this razor, not a super wide gap, but it rinses fairly easily. But a couple of times I had it under the water longer, and my last video went just a few seconds, just a little bit, or maybe half a minute, over 30 minutes. So I didn't even have my old cat or my new cat in the closing, like I always do at the very end. The little picture, the little panel where I ask you to please subscribe. I was thinking about something else I was going to tell you, more minutiae, I guess, from my life. Although having your Facebook account hacked in this day and age probably isn't minutiae, it's probably something of some importance. But Also, I temporarily lost a little item that I've lost several times, and so far, even today, after having searched for it a few places, I always find it, or at least I have so far, knock on wood. But hang on a second. Now, I found this thing in the trash can. I'd accidentally thrown it away because I had it in a bag with an empty, with a bag that originally contained bird seed that I had used the remainder of today. And it was, I'm not necessarily proud of this, and I'm not saying this just to be saying it, but I still smoke cigarettes, which I know is not good for you. But the reason I'm telling you that is because it is an old, from the 1950s or maybe even earlier, well, 50s or 60s, possibly even the 40s, a celluloid thing that you put a pack of cigarettes in, and then you can put the cigarettes in your pocket, and ostensibly they won't get crushed. And a lady that used to live here, unfortunately, me and her kind of ended up on the outs when I went to a nearby community and tried to be her roommate to sort of help her out because she was having, at that time, some financial difficulties. Well, anyway, long story short, we were kind of on the outs, but she bought me that a long time ago, gave it to me for Christmas, and we exchanged gifts or something like that. So, or it might not have been Christmas, might have been just something she had that she gave me, but I've had that. Hang on a minute. Anyway, out of desperation, I went into my kitchen trash container looking for this thing, and after moving a couple of things aside, I saw it in there. I found it. You can barely see it because the printing on the celluloid thing is it's kind of worn off over the years, but it's it says it's a logo for Cavalier cigarettes, which I'm pretty sure are no longer made. And there was, or is, at least the remainder of a rendering of a gentleman, possibly like in armor, with holding a sword or something, well, or an EPEE, you know what I mean, a play sword that they use for fencing, something like that, as near as I've ever been able to tell. That thing might have been in someone's dresser drawer or kitchen junk drawer for years, and I've used it long enough that I'm sure more of the printing has, or the embossing, or whatever you call it, has come off of it. Well, I'll be right back, and then it'll be pickup time. Okay, well, Sarge, if this special effect is still available in my editing package, on my editing app, there's the magical clock. If not, there'll be a note someday saying clock is on vacation or clock no longer available. I've had some other little things go off the package, off the app, and I don't even think they're available for sale anymore. So say goodbye, Sarge. Yeah, okay. Sarge, I'll let you back out because I know how he gets a little claustrophobic in here when I shut the door. Now, go ahead. I'll leave it partly open. You decide what to do. Before he knew it was a video night and thought it was just a shave night, Sarge was just very contentedly curled up down here on a braided rug that I have underneath the sink here. Pickup time. Yeah, when there's no shutting of the door involved. Oh, there he goes, I think. Sarge often, not always, but often likes to contentedly wait for me to finish shaving. He likes to be near me normally. Now, I'll shut this, and he might be waiting outside the door for me when I finish. Let's see. I might do a little gilding of the proverbial lily off camera, or maybe I won't, because except for a couple of little places, this is a pretty close shave, and maybe I shouldn't yeah, I think I could just about call this a shave and be done with it. Okay, that's what I'm going to do then. And I'll be right back with Mr. Towel. Okay, here's Mr. Towel. I started to dry off with him. I'll finish up. Dry my face here. Very nice shave. Very nice, and that cream, as many of you may know, especially if you already have it and enjoy it, it's very nice stuff. Okay. I've got to quit fooling around because time's a wasting, and I've got to finish up here. I'll start a brief recap, and then I'll put the finishing touches on the shave here. Okay, prep my face off camera beforehand with Village Barber shaving oil. My razor's been this Slim Twist Gillette. Twist to open, of course, and in there, I dropped it, but on its first use, I think I got it upside down, yeah, a shark blade. Okay, and my cream has been, as I told you, ad nauseum, the lovely, actually, Lee shaving cream. This might be the sensitive version, but it's the cream for certain. I lathered with the Conversational Shaving synthetic brush from Frank Shaving, official brush of this channel. Thank you to Ming Lee over there at Frank Shaving, and lathered in the Stirling collapsible shaving bowl. Okay, now I'm going to apply some of the Thayers Lavender Witch Hazel. Okay, I have to start speeding up the camera or something. When I get conversational, as per the title of this channel, I spend a lot of time talking and the videos get longer. And I love having a chat with all of you, as Paul H. would say, but for me, and he's mentioned this about himself a couple of times, that the videos can get longer when we're having a nice chat, as one way as it may be. Thayers Lavender Witch Hazel. Okay. And now, some Lee aftershave lotion right there. I didn't always have this. This will be only my third time using it. Second time on camera, and once before that off camera one time. Get going here. Pat down all the right places. I wish that one tooth of mine hadn't broken off, because when I open my mouth too wide, I don't want to show it up close, but I'm missing a tooth, and my insurance may or may not cover my dental, and even if it does, there may not be a dentist in this town that takes my insurance. I'm going to have to check that again, because I recently changed, not companies, but changed plans, and grown-up adult problems, and I'm still kind of a kid at heart. And I got something here. This is almost gone. Thank God I've got another one of these left. What I was putting in my hand was this Nivea Men original post-shave balm. I was going to apply some of that. I gotta go, folks. I'm running over time almost, so we'll see you. Take care. And you know what that was, the post-shave balm, Nivea Men original. Goodbye.